Hey, Daniel here. I'm going to show you a helpful shortcut to deactivate plugins on any track you need to stop your plugins consuming CPU. Say you've got a dense mix, you might be getting dropouts, and you want to save on resources temporarily. So you start bypassing plugins by opening the Insert section in the Inspector tab, picking a heavy plugin like the multiband compressor and clicking the bypass button. But here's the thing, this plugin is still running in the background eating CPU. If I hold Alt and click the bypass button, the slot turns black and the plugin's processing has now stopped, reducing the channel latency as seen here, which we can click for more information. The plugin still stays in memory, so you can reactivate it in the same way by holding Alt and clicking again. But there is a brief pause when you do this during audio playback, like so. It's arguably a better alternative versus freezing or using Constrain delay compensation to reduce CPU load. You can freeze a track by right-clicking on the track in the project zone and clicking freeze, press OK. So this freezes the track, but you can't edit anything about the track until you unfreeze. I want to delete the freeze files. For Constrain delay compensation, only the plugins that do not have a low latency mode get turned off. So let's use the multiband compressor. We can see this has a live mode. So if I click Constrain delay compensation, you can see this is active and this is automatically engaged. But deactivating plugins gives you the ultimate control over which plugins you want active. So alt clicking works. But if you have multiple inserts on a single track, that's a lot of clicks. So can we deactivate all plugins in a channel or even a whole project? The answer is yes. And let's see it in action with my key command that I've assigned to Y. If I press Y again, everything returns. So let's now select all tracks and apply the key command. I have the audio performance monitor just to keep track. Press Y now. All plugins have been turned off and you can see the peak, Azure Guard and even the real-time bars have dropped quite significantly. Let me undo that by pressing Y again and everything's back on. Let's open the project logical editor to see how you can configure this in your session. I go to project logical editor and setup. This is the preset that I've created. I'll go through each setting. So within the event target filters, we want this parenthesis. We want the filter target for container type is equal to track as the parameter, a Boolean OR, and then the filter target container type is condition equal, the parameter folder track. And then we close the parenthesis, add the AND operator, and then select the property as the filter target. Property is select for the condition and is selected as the parameter 1. And then within the event transform actions, we want to set the target to track operation, the operation to enable insert slot by number, and then the parameter toggle. Now, for your purposes, you might want just enable or just disable. I just wanted a single key command for both. And then with parameter 2, you go through each of the available insert slots that each individual channel has access to. And I've repeated the same process for the sends. Just confirm that this works again by clicking the apply actions. So yes, it's working as expected. This shortcut can be handy on large orchestral or production templates with more than 50 tracks. Deactivating inserts on tracks not being worked on is the fastest way to free up headroom without restructuring your project files. It's also good for troubleshooting audio glitches and trying to track down troublesome plugins or reducing the latency of a track while recording performances. With the ever-rising costs of CPUs, RAM, and SSDs, we all need to make our devices last longer. If this was useful, like and subscribe. As always, take care.